with coverage you can count on. This is the Erie News NOWCAST.
Good morning on your Thursday. I'm Mark Saldaday. We do thank you for jumping on to Facebook Live as we check some of the stories we're following here at Erie News Now on this Thursday. And we begin over in Germany, where at least 42 people have died in the western portions of that country. A number of other folks still missing after some severe flooding in that part of Europe. Really, the worst of it's been in the northern portions of Germany. Take a look at this video. Really just devastation. Buildings and cars just washed away. This is hard to believe. This used to be a town. At least 6 other people have died over in neighboring Belgium. The city of Liège has urged all of its residents to basically leave. Again, we're talking at least 42 people dead amid the severe flooding over in Germany. It all follows record rainfall in parts of Western Europe. That rain has caused some major rivers to burst their banks, and we're continuing to follow this developing story. All across Pennsylvania, about 1.5 million school students on a typical school day will get on that school bus to take their ride to class. And for years, there's been a school bus driver shortage here in the Commonwealth. This year, though, there is a concerted effort underway to recruit new people for that very important job. Here's our Molly Samora.
This was an issue in Pennsylvania even before COVID, and COVID has really kind of made it worse.
Executive Director for the Pennsylvania School Bus Association, Ryan Dellinger, tells me as the school year is around the corner, they are trying a statewide campaign to get school bus drivers.
I can tell you we need hundreds and hundreds of drivers across the state. And that's based on only a small handful of responses for people who replied to the survey.
Dellinger tells me it's all about getting the word out there about how crucial having enough school bus drivers is.
A school bus is 70 times safer than riding in a car. You've got it's a giant school bus, you've got the 8-way stop sign and lights on it. So really, it's the safest way to get kids to and from school.
He tells me in PA alone, 88% of students K through 12 begin and end their day on a school bus. So it's critical that we get enough school bus drivers to safely get students to school each day.
As the association, we want to see bus drivers, in the seats. We want to see the overall numbers of bus drivers grow.
Molly Samora reporting there. The Erie Humane Society's Animal Cruelty Division this morning investigating the death of a dog found in a crate on the side of a local road. That discovery made back on Tuesday in the 1600 block of East 27th Street in Erie. The Humane Society believes it was either a small breed dog or perhaps a puppy, mostly brown. They say it had some white fur around his neck and legs, and it had a black nylon collar on when it was discovered. Investigators are now hoping that somebody recognizes this collar, perhaps, and reports it into the Humane Society. They're also looking for some surveillance camera video from that stretch of East 27th Street to potentially help them find out who left that dog behind there. Well, a local man says he may have actually seen that mystery illness that's been killing songbirds across the country basically play out right in front of his home. It's a story you'll only see on Erie News Now. A songbird discovered in an Erie neighborhood last night, and the homeowner tells us he actually saw this bird fall right out of a tree and later die after exhibiting some of the symptoms of that mystery illness. Wildlife experts have been trying to figure out what's killing songbirds, hundreds of them across several states. And we reported earlier this week the Game Commission in Pennsylvania asking people to empty their bird feeders and bird baths on their property until those investigators can come up with some answers. And it's official this morning. Edinburgh University is going to be getting a new name. No official word this morning on what it's going to be, but it is part of the changes to the state system of higher education, all approved in a vote on Wednesday. That PASHE Board of Governors okayed the plan to merge Edinburgh University with the Cal and Clarion campuses. The plan also combines 3 other schools in that PASHE system. 6 of the campuses, all of them going to remain open, school leaders say. The integrated university is expected to operate, though, as single entities under a single school president. And again, that yet to be determined school name. It's all part of a pretty long effort to deal with a number of financial issues within the state-run schools, including drops in enrollment. Millions of families now going to be able to access a new round of federal money. It starts today. The American Rescue Plan that Congress passed back in March is now boosting the child tax credit for millions of families. It's up from $2,000 to $3,600 for kids under the age of 6. It's $3,000 for older children. Half of the money, the government says, will be paid out over 6 months. Parents will have to claim the rest, they say, on tax returns. And families do have to make under a certain amount to qualify. For married couples filing jointly, it's $150,000. The IRS is going to be sending out money, they say, based on last year's tax returns. And some big news for beach lovers this morning. A couple of popular events at the peninsula are going to be coming back Yeah, right at the same time, we're talking about Discover Presque Isle and the Sunset Music Concert Series. Both of them coming back to the peninsula next week. Those summer staples canceled last year because of the pandemic. Now, organizers say Discover Presque Isle, that kicks off Wednesday of next week and runs through the following Sunday. Then next Wednesday, it'll be the first of the 4 concerts that make up this year's relatively short Sunset Music Concert Series. It's all going to be happening at Beach 11, a move from Beach 1. Those free Wednesday shows set to continue through August 11th, again starting up next week. And as we're getting a little bit closer to a weekend, meteorologist Sarah Tonks is in for David. We've got those rain chances maybe working their way back in.
That's exactly right, and it looks like it right now, but we're not seeing rain just yet. Looking at the Erie Bayfront on our Oliver's rooftop camera, it's a little bit gray out there. We had some sunshine earlier, but don't worry, there will be some more sunshine this afternoon. We're just looking at a little bit of cloud coverage right now. Doppler Max, you can see those clouds kind of for Erie County, Crawford County, Warren County, not quite as cloudy just yet, but we are going to see a couple more clouds rolling in as the day progresses, and then into the evening, that's when we're going to start to see some rain showers picking up. Here's a look at 5 p.m. along the lakeshore. We're seeing some rain showers start to develop, and then into your Thursday, about bedtime, we might start to see some thunderstorms as well. Now we're going to continue to see those isolated storms, showers overnight into your Friday, and Friday is once again looking pretty stormy, especially into the afternoon. Now your severe weather outlook for today is a level 1 risk of severe weather, so that's level 1 out of 5 marginal risk. So that means any severe weather we see will be isolated and short-lived, but it could still produce some damaging winds, maybe with gusts up to 60 miles per hour. For right now, though, things are looking nice out on State Street on our Idaluca Chiropractic Sky Cam, currently 80 degrees. Feels like 82. It's a little bit humid out there. Dew points at 67, but there is a very nice breeze at 13 miles per hour. Checking out the temperatures throughout the region, fairly consistent. We're in the mid-70s for most areas. Along the lakeshore, hanging about 75. Erie is leading the pack at 80 degrees. And like I said, it's going to be a little bit breezy today. Looking at some of those future gusts, we're currently seeing gusts up to about 17 miles per hour. Just going to get a little bit breezier as we move into the afternoon with gusts up to 22. And these aren't even in the storms. We're just looking at kind of some breezy winds. Overall, your weather impact index for today is a 1 for prepare, because we do have those evening storms after a sunny start, but it is going to be warming up. Like I showed you, Erie's already at 80 degrees, so a high of upper 80s, not out of the question for today. Now, is that warm weather going to stick around? I'll have the answer coming up in just a minute with your 7-day outlook.
Yeah, we'll get to that right after we get you this quick story about a guy and his TikTok account. On that, he showed how one annoyed neighbor was getting back at the entire neighborhood, and how it kind of all went wrong in the end. This guy explains in this TikTok video that his neighbor actually set up an alarm. Listen to this. Yeah, this is going through a PA system, basically meant to wake up his entire neighborhood at shortly before 6 o'clock in the morning. He said he set it up to get back at everybody in his neighborhood who was shooting off fireworks through the night. Every night. The TikToker went on to explain that actually no one could find the alarm to shut it off. That is a little bit annoying. And that, while one person did comment on this video, quote, "That man is my hero," the TikTok user actually said that revenge move didn't quite work out. The folks in the neighborhood decided to basically wage war by continuing to set off those fireworks through the night. We've seen similar sorts of fireworks battles play out right here in our neck of the woods, and we might be getting some fireworks from Mother Nature later on today. Sarah.
Well, I'm just stuck on that story because I would not be a happy camper if my neighbor were setting off the alarm. The fireworks, yeah, I don't like the fireworks, but the alarm is definitely going to wake me up. So I would be mad at both neighbors by that point. Exactly. But I would not be a happy camper. 7-day outlook, we do have some happy campers coming next week, though, especially if you're wanting to head out to Presque Isle for some of those concert series. First, we have to go through a little bit of stormy weather. Like I said, today we've got some evening storms and temperatures in the high 80s. But then Friday, Saturday, a little bit more comfortable, a little bit less hot, but a little bit more stormy. We're going to see some scattered storms to start off the weekend. But Sunday, that'll be your day for any outdoor excursions, 82 degrees. Only 30% chance of showers, so we're going to potentially see a couple storms pushing through, but not all day, so there will be some time to get outdoors. Now, looking ahead to next week, you can see a lot of those little suns, and that's what we like to see, especially kind of getting into the summer. 84 degrees down to 78 on Wednesday, so just a little bit cooler and sunny, so you can spend some time outdoors.
All right, thanks, Sarah. I know that you and John in the First Morning Weather team will be keeping us up to date on those storm chances as they roll in this afternoon. And a reminder, we've got 30 minutes of news coming your way at noon on WSEE. We'll be back on Facebook Live about the same time tomorrow for another edition of the NOWCAST, so we'll see you then.